pass pro, right? I use this all the time. It's a 4-second fight. Now, football is a fight. Every play is a freaking fight. All right. Here's some little bullet points. And it doesn't matter if we're wing T, if we're flex bone, whatever it is. Okay. Before the play happens, we got to identify some pre-snap indicators. Now, pre-snap indicators could be, we're not spread man. So like if I was coaching spread tackles, I'd be like, hey man, look at the safeties. If they're aligned over number 2, they're probably covering number 2, and you can expect the linebacker coming, stuff like that. But we don't really talk about that. But we do talk about like inside linebacker demeanor. We talk about like how tight a 3 technique is. Like if he's super tight, he could come to the A gap, things like that. So other pre-snap indicators are, for example, outside linebackers walking up. We're not going to look at safeties necessarily because we're flex bone. First of all, we can't see them because of our stance. But the thing is, you want to get your posture as soon as possible. So for us, right, we're going to sell the run. We're not going to teach a bunch of kick slide and all that bull crap, right? But the fact is, you still need to get your posture. You still need to get your inside foot up. I mean, that you have to do that. Okay, so us flex bone guys, right? Most of us have our inside hand back, our inside hand down, right? Well, that puts your inside foot back. You're supposed to have your inside foot up, right? Because you want to protect the inside. But, we're flex bone, so we sacrifice that, right? Because we're going to run the ball. This year, we ran the ball like 88% of the time. But you want to get your posture as soon as you can, right? Hands in combat position. Know the leverage you need based on where that defender is lined up. You got to stay bent. Okay. And listen, you got to bend your knees. You got to bend your hips. You got to keep your base wider than you think. Pass pro, you can't do it with your feet close together. Right. And then you want to say a wide base and you think you're wide, you need to get wider. Okay. Because the feet they're going to start bringing their feet closer together. So get your base wider than you think. Footwork is always in 2s. So if you try to use your inside foot, boom, you got to bring your next foot with you right now. If you're not doing anything, look to knock somebody out. Okay. Your punch, fellas, you don't want to lock your arms all the way out. You want 95% extension. Okay. And then we have to talk about first touch wins. This is a big one. I even our flex bone guys, make these dudes restart their rush. Okay. So for us, right, we're selling the run. Boom. We take something away. It's like a boxer in the ring or like a cattle dog. We want to put our body and make the defender go one way. Protect your head and shoulders. Stay on the line of scrimmage when possible. We don't want the guards, tackles, and everybody being at different levels. It's a good one. Okay, so we're going pretty quick, right? 154. So we're trying to help you just learn the language so in case you ever look up here and you see the play. So we have 154. That's where the 100 is a pass and 54 is we're faking belly to the right. Okay, and it's a full slide. All right, so the thing is, am I going to have him slide into the B gap doing nothing? No, right? He's got no threat. Okay, he understands that. We're looking at him to hit the B gap. All right, but he should be driving his right knee into the crotch of this guy. The center should be driving his left knee in there, and this is the ABC side. This is the side forming that part of the pocket. Right? That's the ABC side. Okay, this dude got to get inside leverage. And he should be coming down, he should be coming down as hard as he can. Okay. Okay. So right here, this is what I'm talking about, double teams. And you don't see this happen a lot. Those are the spread teams, man. We got our knees and our hips up in there, our shoulders and our ribs together, and we're double teaming. His eyes are really good, but what I don't like is his left arm. Okay, so what happens is his left arm is turned in like this. He gets his left shoulder turned, and so now I'm just not convinced that he'll be able to come off in time with his left arm if something happens here. Okay, I know I'm going pretty quick. Hopefully, it makes sense. It's more like an 80-yard touchdown there. So 132, I'm going to show you another double team. Okay, so 132, right? So 132, the right side is the Bob side. Okay, there's Bob over here, ABC over here. Fullback's going to be fitting off the edge. We didn't really talk about the fullback, but The fullback should when we do full slide, the fullback's just fitting dead ass off the play side tackle's outside hip. Okay, so here's the ABC side. Now, is there anything for the center to block? I really can't hardly tell if there's going to be a 2-eye there or not. Let's see how it plays out. Well, 2-eye ends up crossing the center's, almost crossing the center's face. Okay, so we did a good job here. So the right guard. So here's another thing that'll happen all the time. I promise. And the thing is so we teach sliding. We don't just slide in gaps. So let's watch the right guard for a second. So you see the right guard. So look, number 50 is trying to escape the right guard. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know so many teams, and I've seen so much. I know so many high school players that the right guard would have been like, well, he didn't go to my A gap. Well, no crap, man. The dude's trying to like rush the passer. Okay. So let's go back to like what our rules were. Okay. So yes, the right side, it's full slide at this point. But remember, we had learned how to block this on a Bob scenario, right? So the guard understands that I have him and the tackle has him. All right. And then when the guy goes to his outside shoulder, he just carries it. He doesn't let it go. Okay. I would say the one thing that maybe should have happened is he could have left his inside arm free. All right. If he didn't know that there wasn't a threat coming, he maybe could have left his inside arm free and just put his right knee in this guy's crotch and his right shoulder in that guy's crotch and expect the tackle to smash this down. But I'll tell you right now, he'd have totally let it go if we just said, hey, slide to your left. Okay. So this guy with his toes, like his toes even like that, he's pretty close to the line of scrimmage. But with his toes even, he really hadn't so much declared this is going to be like a gap call, right? But this is play action, so it is a full slide. All right. So what should be happening is let's get to the see if there's a quality end zone picture. It is. All right. So this is what we call a two-stack, which is it's an 8-man front. Okay. So you have this is like a stand-up 5 technique. The rover's missing from here. Okay. I don't know what formation we're in and what we don't see the rover here, but so it's a full slide. All right. He's got the A gap, but not really. Okay, because there's nobody there. So there should be a double team developing with his right knee in his crotch, and he's got to come down and get his left knee in his crotch. And hopefully they're shoulder to shoulder and hip to hip. All right. And then on this side, what we want to do is we want to get his knee to the D tackle's crotch and his knee to the D tackle's crotch and get shoulder to shoulder and hip to hip. Okay, that's a pretty good job. And again, this is the same offender right there. He's using too much of that left arm. Okay, and so if this guy tries to, if the linebacker tries to come B gap, his left arm's not ready to catch it. What I do like about the right side, okay, right side, you see the guard. He steps to protect this area, but the right guard, I'm telling you right now, if this right guard just like hauled ass to the football, then this B gap would be so big that the tackle wouldn't be able to defend that. Okay. So you can tell that this right guard is mindful that I need a body presence, you know. Now, at the same time, he sees the backer affecting his A gap, and that 3 technique didn't come to him, but you can see his pace. His pace is like he understands that he's going to be there and keep that right shoulder there for that tackle. This is actually a pretty good rep. So 255, the Bob side is on the left side. This is a pretty good job of the guy, kid selling the run. Okay, you saw in the notes earlier about like, you know, make sure you sell the run, then you get your head out. Make sure you sell your run and then get the head out. This is a pretty good job of the kid selling the run. Guard's really good. Shoot, they twist here too, and that doesn't happen a lot. But you can see their body positioning, their demeanor. They're trying to get their hips together. Their pads are down. Not so much the right tackle though. That's pretty trash. We'll say this: we on the back side of our stuff. If he thinks we do have to teach the tackles a little bit of pass protection skills. Okay, because when we do play action, you know, we want to sell the run, but like the backside tackle, you know, he's got to defend him. So that's hard back there. Let me tell you something about this real quick. Okay, I'll help you guys out. Here's the quarterback launch point. Okay, that's not a perfect straight line. You see that line? That tackle? You don't need to step way out like that. Whatever line that is, he just needs to go straight back until his feet straddle that line, and he'll be fine. He's got to go straight back. And you know, in this position, man, you can't sell the run with this guy right here. He's got to have a little bit of pass pro technique. That's a freaking wide guy. That's just tough. Okay, and going out to get him wouldn't help you. I promise. It'd be maybe even worse. Get beat faster.
Coaches, Rick Stewart with allaccesscoaching.com. I really hope this video helps make you a better coach. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below so we can let you know when new content becomes available, because we're all about coaches helping coaches. And remember, coach, better today, never as good as tomorrow.